So, any other assholes totally hooked on this Johnny Depp trial, or is it just me?
Sort of.
Oh my God, I'm fascinated. He just spent 4 days on the stand. He just ended his time on the witness stand Monday.
By the way,
yeah,
that's because he talks so fucking slow.
Oh yeah, he has that weird.
Could have been wrapped up.
If that were Ben Shapiro, would have been
a day and a half tops.
before lunch, day one. They would have been fucking. They would have settled.
We got a Kyle thing for that coming out.
Oh, you got a Shapiro, or you got a?
Oh, Kyle does Johnny Depp now. So we've been working on that very topic.
It's so funny
Fabulous.
because Kyle's like, I can't really do Ben Shapiro because he talks so fast.
Yeah, his brain works so
I
quickly.
think he speeds him up a little bit when he edits it, when he does Ben Shapiro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So, of course, he's, this whole thing's televised and he's going after her because of that 2018 op-ed piece in the Washington Post, which she refers to herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. And he goes, not so fast. So he continued to deny that he ever hit her and accused her of hitting him, throwing things at him, including paint cans, vodka bottles. Jurors heard lots of audio clips.
You couldn't hurt Johnny Depp if you threw something at him. Because he's dressed like the Michelin Man.
I think his finger came off from it, though, right?
Technically, he lost part of
Well,
the
you
finger.
got to catch him right.
Right.
You got to catch him like flush in the bridge of the nose.
Right.
Because
She tried.
He's got 9 scarves on. He's got the hat. He's got 3 sweaters. Like
a long mane now.
You're not going to put a
goatee.
dent in him.
Yeah, a lot of drunks walk away from car accidents unscathed because their bodies are relaxed when the impact happens.
Yeah,
that's why you're supposed to be pushed out of a burning building instead of jump.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Because psychologically, I've heard it's supposed to relax you, then you tense up and jump out of window.
I feel like I'd tense up on the way down if I was suddenly pushed.
I would too.
Yeah, maybe it's just a mysis.
Stay loose.
So I have some audio clips for you. This one is very famous now. People are posting it all the time. The jurors heard a lot, and we all heard a lot. But this one, where where heard is taunting him and suggests no one will believe him or respect him if he speaks out as a domestic violence sort of survivor. So here's that clip with him in the witness stand.
I had a jar of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
yes.
It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's a fair fight. My ass.
Exactly, because you're.
Mr. Depp, when did you have what did you say in response when Miss Heard said, tell the world, Johnny, tell them Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence?
I said yes.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Yes, and that's
can of mineral spirits.
Yeah, I had to look up what mineral spirits were. It's like an alternative to paint thinner.
Devil's mineral spirits.
It's alcohol.
It's like. It's not quite rubbing alcohol. It's not quite paint thinner. It's not quite lacquer thinner. It's not quite acetone. I used to work in the business,
What drink do you make with it?
Take off nail polish?
No, you'd only use it to, take off
Like
nail polish or
yeah.
remove
maybe that's what it was.
crayon marks from the hardwood floor or something like that.
Yeah, I had to look it up. And then there's been a lot of bizarre moments. This is right out of a sitcom. One of the other crazy moments is when Amber Heard's attorney objected to his own question. The whole thing is funny, but here's just that part. And he's talking to a guy, a very sort of regal, dapper Englishman who's like a professional, butler house manager.
What state is this taking
Virginia.
place in? Okay. Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait.
Okay, you said
I didn't think it was that fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
He hearsayed himself. Yeah, I've talked to Mark Garagos about this multiple times. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He's like, I have no idea why they're even doing this.
I'm surprised because I don't know. I mean, I'm for justice. I don't care if it's male or female, whatever.
I disagree, but continue.
Okay, so I like that he's going to be looked at as a pioneer, as a trailblazer for men's rights, men's being victimized and domestically abused and not being super humiliated to the point where a woman who's possibly, I don't know, bipolar or has some sort of issue or whatever continues to be an abuser.
Okay.
Without taking any responsibility.
Also, slow talkers are being represented.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that he's bringing this in. Like, if hot, leading man Johnny Depp can get abused, who can't?
That glorious head of hair.
I know.
Because it's defamation, right? Because she basically
She said she was a domestic abuse survivor.
Oh,
from him.
What I was saying to Mark is that she was with Elon Musk. Remember that guy? He's never in the news anymore.
I don't know what happened to him.
But he kind of fell off the globe. But she was also with him in that same time period. So when she's saying in 2018, I am a survivor of domestic abuse, she could also be talking about Elon Musk because she didn't mention anyone's name. So Mark's thing is like, you didn't bring up your name, Johnny Depp. You really don't have a case here.
Well, the other interesting thing that's come out of this is...
Oh, Chris just wrote something. Elon bought her.
Oh,
for $42 billion?
Considerably less.
Oh,
right?
my God.
He literally just purchased her.
I didn't realize
that.
I didn't realize
that.
Oh, yeah.
If you've heard of the cosmetic line Milani in the last couple days, it's because of the case. Because part of their big, whatever her attorney was selling was she got very familiar with how to use this Milani cosmetic concealer palette to cover up bruises and cuts. And Milani, this palette you see here, this is how she covered. And she knew. And then Milani, the corporation, came out and said, we didn't make that until a year after she got divorced.
Oh.
Was she trying to get branding on her?
Who knows? Use it for this, ladies.
Yeah.
But that product didn't exist.
He was wearing that Golden Palace T-shirt I noticed a couple days ago, too. So maybe this is all just a ruse.
It's like Star Jones's wedding.
Oh, yeah. Look it up. Google that shit.
Google it.
Oh, my God.
Think about selling this shit. Like, okay, let's just put on our conspiracy theory hats here.
Is that even conspiracy? I think that's openly done.
You're going to get a lot of eyeballs.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the news.
Right.
You can, obviously, you're going to bring up things. He had this brand or this can or this item or this piece of cosmetics or whatever. I was using my iPhone 10 when she threw the can of
that's the future. That's
box
a great
of
idea.
Entenmann donuts, delicious, savory, chocolate covered.
Melts in your mouth.
I was most sad that those delicious donuts were wasted.
Right.
Yeah.
At that point, Domino's had just showed up with the Chub Pack, with the breadsticks and the cheese filled.
The delivery guy had to take the stand.
I mean, he's wearing his Domino's jersey. You just start farming this thing out.
Good.
That's smart.
Lots of eyeballs.
Yeah.
I feel that's a weird prediction that is definitely happening now, if not soon, like pretty soon.
Someone better get on this shit.
Yeah.
Do you
It's too late.
Do you remember her?
Well, think about professional soccer players' jerseys from the 70s. And it had the fucking number was on it. That's all. Now they're covered with Mercedes-Benz and ping golf balls and stuff, right?
Why not the trial of the century?
Yeah, why not the trial?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, look what OJ did for Bruno Mali.
Or for isotoners.
And isotoners.
They didn't even fit him well. People were like,
right.
I want those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good enough for him.
Do you remember her thing? I remember my ex-girlfriend who used to be on her side. I remember this when it first came back. It was during Me Too. And I remember Stanhope had already written that whole thing of about how she sucks. And I believe Stanhope.
Does he know him? Does he know Johnny Depp? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, but she goes, no, she's not even taking the money. It's like $7 million. She's giving it all to this children's charity.
Correct.
And now I'm sure she doesn't think that now because it turns out Amber just never gave them. She announced it to
That
the
is
Me Too.
correct.
And so there's all these letters from this
That
charity.
she was giving the money to the charity.
She just kept it, didn't give him shit. So the hilarious letters oh, do you have that $7 million for the kids?
Hey, how's it going?
A lot of kids are dying from the.
Some of these kids are so poor they have to eat tuna fish for lunch. That 7 would go a long way toward a peanut butter and jelly.
We're going to have to charge people to see it. You normally don't have to see it.
That's right.
We're gonna have deviled ham.
That's right. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, devil me ham. I can't believe.
Yeah, I have thoughts about that trial. So Sharon Osbourne was interviewed for The Times, and she has thoughts about what happened with Whoopi Goldberg, who was not fired after her thoughts about the Holocaust, and herself, Sharon, who was let go from the talk. And she sums it up very succinctly. So the Daily Mail reports that Osbourne implied there was a clear double standard. That's her fired from her show in March 2021 for defending Piers Morgan during his war with Meghan Markle, while letting Goldberg stay after she said that the Holocaust wasn't about race. When the Times asked about the double standard, Osbourne just said, "I'll tell you why, because it's the Jews and nobody gives a fuck." Yeah. Osbourne, thank you, Brian. Osbourne, whose music producer father, Don Arden, was Jewish, added that she likes Goldberg and she was making a point about show business as hypocrisy, not her personality. And of course, we all know this stemmed from Piers Morgan had thoughts about Meghan Markle, who said that she was suicidal on her sort of bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey. He wasn't buying it. Sharon defended his right to his opinion that he wasn't buying it, and then was sort of summarily let go.
That's insane, obviously. We're in some weird... I hope we can all look back in this period and go, what the fuck were we doing?
You remember that Meghan Markle thing? We put it, we did an interview, a thing where we spliced Carolla in with Oprah, but we kept putting in about, ask your doctor about pills, because that was their whole mental health, and I was suicidal. This is why I believe the court thing could be a totally real thing. Then the ask about Paxil. So it was a perfect synergy with his, our thing is mental health. So they're building this production company. It's on Oprah, and that's how you launch your fucking, and it's perfect, but like to synergy with, so I noticed it because people in England that I guess were tweeting like, wait, you advertise fucking brain pills on TV? Like,
that's mind-blowing.
Yeah, nobody does that. That's fucking crazy. Prescription drugs. So if you think of how mad they got at Rogan, where like he took a horse dewormer. Well, a doctor prescribed that to him, and you've been saying, ask your doctor about that, and then all of a sudden, that shouldn't even be a thing. They advertise medicine you can't.
Right to the consumer.
Yeah, like go tell your doctor what to give you.
Right.
For 20 years they've said that.
It's pretty crazy.
You know the craziest cancellation in this whole realm, and she's pretty crazy because she defends her friend Piers Morgan, who basically says, I don't like Meghan Markle, who thinks every fucking thing's racist, even though she doesn't experience it and is living a fucking charmed life. She's a fucking shrew. And they fire Sharon Osbourne for defending. It's insane. That's insane. But you know, the one we forget about, I just thought about this last night. One of the guys from Mumford & Sons, remember that guy?
Yes, I remember that.
That guy got canceled.
He read Andy No book, right?
Yes, he got thrown out of the band for saying, you should check this book out. Like, this guy's brave. Andy No is gay and he's Asian, and he was beaten within an inch of his life by Antifa. And the guy from Mumford & Sons said you should read the Antifa book, and that was too much for the left. Too much. You guys are for Antifa? Like, I don't even know what the fucking rules are anymore. Dude. The guy wrote the books Gay and Asian, so he gets a little intersectional whatever. He doesn't like Antifa.
No, you don't get it.
So he doesn't get it.
Not.
So he writes an anti-Antifa book, and then somebody reads it and says, this guy's brave, and he gets fucking thrown out. That's insanity.
Dude, a bunch of people, especially like actors and shit like that. I got to argue with Sacha. I used to work with Sacha Cohen. Sacha's a smart dude. He's not like dumb, but he was like, there's one sketch I had nothing to do with on that Showtime show about, it was like a pro-Antifa sketch. I just happen to know from friends that live there that they suck. Like
in Portland?
In Portland. Because it's pretty loose other than in Portland, where Andy No, I think, got hit, right? Or there's people from Portland. And he goes, they're just lesbians marching. He's like, what's wrong with punching Nazis?
Right.
Like, well, I mean, first of all, if Nazis are that much of a problem, we're going to have to shoot them. We didn't win by punching.
Right.
Okay. And two, it turns out they're not that great at identifying who's a Nazi. Just whoever they want to punch suddenly becomes a Nazi. So those are so it's just a thing where people are like, oh, those are the good guys. They're like, the name literally, they're like, oh, it's anti-fascist. And especially if you're Jewish, that's why the Whoopi Goldberg thing, is amazing because so she said the Holocaust is like white on white crime, basically.
Man's inhumanity to man.
Right.
And they clear out a space on Colbert for her to apologize. That's how big, something nobody cares. They go, you're going to go on to Stephen Colbert, clear whoever he has, and apologize. And she doesn't. She goes, well, I just kind of see it. And the thing that I love is they're all supposedly supposed to think that because they all bought into this shit, which says, oh, yeah, you're not. There's a whole bunch of people who are like, oh, yeah, I'm Jewish. I'm not like the white people. I'm making fun of them. But like, no, that's what they say about you. You didn't know that? Whoopi read the homework, and Colbert didn't read it, and none of the other people did.
The problem with the era we're living in is Antifa would be the opposite of MAGA, let's say. So they'd say, well, who do we got? We got MAGA over here, and then we got Antifa over there.
So
and
MAGA is pho in this.
Right. So we got that, we got this. So Hollywood is so fucking retarded and sanctimonious and fucking stupid. And so is, MSNBC. They just go, oh, well, we hate the MAGA guys. So who hates the MAGA guys? Antifa does.
They must be the good.
Okay, well then we'll support Antifa. It's like, no, they're fucking horrible out, beating up everyone and putting their hands on everyone and lighting fires and all this kind of shit. Even the Antifa guys, I remember that whole, I think it was the We Spa thing came out here, and they were protesting
the protest.
that they didn't want two bathrooms, or they only wanted two, or they didn't want a man.
Thing that happened here?
And then Antifa showed up and started beating the shit out of people there. They're not your fucking friends,
out of
people.
The women that were, by the way, that's only, who goes to a spa like that? That's only low income
and
people of color.
That's right.
And the guy turned out to be some kind of, like, he is a sex offender. He was just showing his dick to fucking kids, it turned out.
Well, he's the opposite
I always
of
go
MAGA.
there on the wrong day.
The point is think how crazy it is to say that I read a guy's book about Antifa and you get thrown out of your fucking country band. It's fucking nuts.
Well, I mean, I've seen that for a while. The important thing is being at the right lunch table. And and also that Star Wars thing you just described. I hate that everything's got to be the epic battle between Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Like everything has to, and like wars, they do that. They always. I mean, that's historic.
Good and evil.
Since Star Wars came out, and all this shit doesn't really split along those lines. But it's like your duty to be like, yeah, well, we have to not think about Andy. No, that's our duty because, MAGA.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You just reminded me, Kurt. I'm reading this book right now. It's like very hippy dippy, like spiritual self-transformation.
The Bible?
Yes. It's this book called Universal Human. I like to read all kinds of stuff. And it's like but like the point is like, it's very like spirity, soul woo-woo. And the author goes on for chapters about how the worst thing that the world and that you as an individual can basically do, and I'm paraphrasing, is assign yourself to part of a community. Because everyone thinks...
I've screamed that for 1,000 years.
Right. But you and the most spiritual self-new thought guy. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's coming from that side too. Like, you think it's because you want to be with people like you, but what it really is you want to keep people you're afraid of away from you. And it's the dumbest thing that we've all done throughout history.
Be in a group or any... I mean, I get... My whole obsession is that Jehovah's Witness kind of patterns repeating, and I left, and then all the same shit that I didn't like is how everything works everywhere. Right. So especially that like herd instinct thing where you're disfellowship, like, I'm not atheist, but if I wanted to be, I would be qualified because I would understand what it is that is missing from my life if I want to be that way. A bunch of these people that were pretty cocky about it had no idea what they were giving up. And so now the sense of community only can be, if you want to say it's made up, that's fine, but you had a gatekeeper there to keep your sensibilities from, in prayer time, not a lynch mob, which it can go to so quickly. And then they find the satisfaction. It's not really satisfaction. They got to keep going. I guess it sounds like Star Wars. It's dark side. I guess it's a good analogy, actually.
All right, let's do one more, Gina.
Okay. Well, we talk about on this show sometimes about how there are movies that they absolutely made up the title before they made up the actual premise for the movie. Right. And I think we have another great example. Celine Dion is going to hit the big screen next year in a rom-com that borrows its title from a hit song of hers. The movie is called It's All Coming Back to Me. It stars Celine alongside actress Priyanka Chopra. She's married to a Jonas brother. I think so.
Did you see that roast?
It is.
No, I didn't see
No.
it. Did she get roasted?
It was roasting the Jonas Brothers
When?
on Netflix.
No.
It's a Netflix only. It should be called like Hot People Trying Things, and it's all. And the guy Pete Davidson and Keenan from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Keenan has the most just picking up a check face.
Oh boy.
Wow.
And then they all wrote. It's unbelievable.
I'd like to see that
Unbelievable.
actually.
Good or bad?
Doesn't sound good.
Oh my God, it's terrible. But it was like I did watch it because it was terrible.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
It's so bad. Just think of a roast done horribly. Like if NBC execs got their hands on.
Well, if my dad ever made a roast, it would be fucking horrible. Jonas Brothers family roast. Oh.
Never even came on my radar.
Pete Davidson's usually always
John
so
Legend?
hysterical. I can't believe it was so funny.
I would say he was probably one of the better things on it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Possibly high out of his mind. Best thing on it.
Yeah.
By far.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's beautiful.
Well,
and what?
I really want to
Celine
give you.
Dion.
Yeah,
Well,
I want to give you the premise.
Please.
Okay, this is great.
singer?
Christy's gonna love it. This is so lifetime-licious. So here's the deal, and it should come out next February. It's a rom-com that focuses on a young woman who copes with her fiance's death by texting his old cell number, which now belongs to a guy who's also recovering from heartbreak. And according to Variety, Celine plays an older, wiser woman who's there to dispense romantic advice and sing.
Well, she can spin a yarn because I've seen her live in Vegas.
Quite the show woman.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
So I'm thinking of your book. Remember I had an interview about your book, and you were right. We'll all be chicks. Like
50 years. Yeah.
So these guys
Well, less than 50 years.
meet each other because, and then so the spot in the '90s that the gay friend at the
That's
chick
right.
at the office
Right.
is now, as a straight man, you have a Celine Dion in your life that gives you.
Yeah, who wouldn't
Sassy
want that?
French Canadian advice and sings.
Yeah.
And that's what you like as a straight guy.
Fairy
Yeah.
godmother.
Makes sense.
You'll see that,
I think
right?
Adam's book was the Bible.
Her accent is weird, but yes. All right, let's bring it home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news. Because it's the Jews, and nobody gives a fuck.
Gina. That was the news with Gina Grad.
I'm going to be at Helium at Indianapolis coming up May 6th and 7th. We'll do some stand-up there and some live podcasting as well. Kurt's going to be in Sandman Comedy Club, and that'll be May 5th through the 7th as well. Richmond, Virginia, and then Fort Worth, Texas, Hyenas Comedy Club. That's coming up June 10th and 11th. The website, KurtMetzgerComedy.com, is where you go and can't get right with Kurt Metzger. The podcast as well. Kurt, thanks for joining us
Yeah, thanks,
today.
man.
Fun time. And you can just go to adamcarolla.com for all my live shows. Until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Kurt Metzger and Gina Grad and Paul Bryan. Say it. Mahala. Yeah, if you're not properly inflated. Yeah, keep those tires inflated. It's a safety thing. It's an environmental thing. It's a fuel thing. It's an everything thing. With gas, it's $6 a gallon. People with their tires properly inflated will get 7% better fuel mileage or 13% better fuel. It should be a message we just should be pounding on a drum. We do not.
Ace Man, Brandon in St. Louis. Gonna see where this puts me on the sandwich ranking here. Mom would get all the good stuff, the roast beef, the hoagie rolls, the pepper jack cheese, the good mayo, everything that makes a great sandwich, and then tell me to make it myself. Just wondering where that ranks on your scale. Is that a 2 or a 12? Peace out, brother.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
That's a 7.5. I mean, she got all the good fixins for a sandwich. There's a certain part of the sandwich making that is personal. You know what I mean? Like, there's mayo, but there's how much mayo. There's mustard, but there's how much mustard. There's pickles, but how many pickles. Like, there is a
dollop or a sprinkle of love.
That's right. And so one has to decide that. And also, it's a practical skill for a young male to learn his sandwich.
Well, you're looking at a sandwich artist right here, Subway, class of 98.
You worked there.
Was a sandwich artist. I knew how to cut the U-gouge. I knew how to, communicate.
U-gouge,
Yeah. There's the old style.
But there's also there's a foreplay to it that people really cannot. Listen, you sit on the sofa and you're like, Mom, where's the sandwich? But you've eliminated the foreplay. When I used to live in La Crescenta, there was an Armenian market up on Foothill, just a little Armenian place. And I would go there and I'd buy beefsteak tomato, and I'd go to like the deli part and I'd get the provolone and I'd get the smoked turkey, you know, and it was all like foreplay. Get the rolls, you know. I'd go home, I'd cut a big wheel of like the beefsteak tomato and start soaking it in olive oil and vinegar, pepper and salt while I was making the sandwich. And it was like by the time I bit into that sandwich,
the ritual is complete.
It was orgasm time. Yeah, there's an element of that. But all right, if your mom went and got all the good stuff,
top quality,
you're at least a 7.5. My dad would get the deviled meat spread, whatever it was called, armor meat spread. It was like, God knows. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it was below Spam and below bologna.
It's made out of real armadillos, though.
Yeah, like weird mystery meat, potted meat, they called it.
We were poor, and my mom would never have that in the house. Never.
Okay.
Yo, I got hit with the Spam on the regular.
I want to say
we do
this.
Spam all the time. I had Spam 2 days ago.
So I want to say, but here's what I want to say, because now it's timely with all the SNAP stuff and all that kind of stuff. This thing where it's like, these people are poor. First off, they're fat. So I don't know where the nutrition or malnutrition or whatever. The average person on SNAP is giving away 50 pounds to the average person. It's not. But also, just because you're poor doesn't mean you need to eat like shit. I was always poor, but always when I was out on my own. I was poor, but I was like, I'm still going to the Armenian market. I'm still going to get the shit that's good. I'm still going to get the shit that's nutritious. And you know what? I'm going to make 9 sandwiches out of this. It's not going to cost that much. You don't have to eat like you're poor just because you're poor. You can be creative and be nutritious.
Well, it's not like LA County school system led you to believe that certain foods were more nutritious than the other, so I count that as a win for Newsom.
They serve square pizza at my school. It wasn't even the right shape.
Oh, but on everybody's school. Yeah. It's square. It's made of some type of plastic and has red on it.
Like the hot dogs were like gray.
Oh, yeah.
It was like the hot hamburgers were gray. Like I was like, yuck.
They shipped them in from the East Coast just for you.
All right, what stories you got?
We got the news. Forget about Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane. There's a new rivalry brewing.
Who won that fight? I didn't even find out.
No one.
No one?
No.
You watched it?
No contest. A poke in the eye. Sorry to report.
Round one?
Round one. Just getting going. Cyril Gane looked like he was coming alive. Looked like he had corrected his tendency to burn out real quick. And Tom Aspinall never got a takedown, never got going, got poked in the eye about a minute shy of the first stanza ending.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, Riley Gaines is responding to AOC's personal attacks and calls out virtue signaling. There was like a little tweet battle going on with the two. You'll see this. Riley Gaines tweeting that we're being destroyed from within.
It's a picture of Ndami and AOC and Bernie Sanders up on stage drinking in the adoring crowd from the rally a couple days back. Right. So Riley Gaines says we're being destroyed from within, and then AOC says maybe if you channeled all this anger into swimming faster, you wouldn't have come in fifth, which kind of shows her stupidity. There's a new world order, which is women more than men, but men as well. Jasmine Crockett's this way, AOC's this way. They put their fucking stupidity on display on a daily basis and have no problems with how fucking dumb they sound on a daily basis. So first off, I don't know. I feel like you could channel your anger into the UFC, perhaps, maybe the ring, maybe the football field, maybe hockey, but anger and swimming is probably not going to help you, probably hurt your form a little. And then secondly, she's just basically saying our country's coming undone. I don't know how angry it is, but Riley Gaines, it's always we support women's rights until it's women who want the right to compete and undress free from less than mediocre men. So I don't know what AOC's thing is. First off, the angle. Okay, there's an angle. The angle of you were beat and you should have tried harder, or what kind of champion are you? If you're swimming against dudes who have a huge advantage on you, then no, that is not your fault. It's not possible. But any more than you were talking about Cyril Gane or Gain?
Cyril Gane.
Okay, Cyril Gane. I don't know what woman could walk in there and take that guy down. Do they exist? I don't
Gabby
know.
Garcia could give him a run for his money, but doubtful beyond that.
Right. So it's not going to happen. So there's an advantage. So she was taken advantage of and cheated out of something that she'd been working at since she was 5 or 6. So she has a problem with it.
But it's trolling. This is the new strategy.
I get it, but AOC's point the real one was, what's her name, who's running for California governor, was arguing with Piers Morgan the other day. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Betty Yee.
Men have a distinct physical advantage. You guys can talk, or Whoopi Goldberg. You guys can talk in retarded circles for as long as you want. Now, men have a clear advantage. So if you are going to let biological men compete with women, we're going to have to address it. That's all. And it's not something anyone ever wanted, including Riley Gaines. She had this foisted upon her at a later stage of her career, and she got gypped out of a medal. So what would you like her to do, lady who likes ladies, who like fierce, tough women? We have Riley talking to Fox News. And I know they hate Riley Gaines because of her politics. It's not really about this. It's more about the politics. But we'll hear what she has to say, I guess, about AOC.
Here's what I will say. I want to honestly challenge AOC to a debate. She can defend socialism. I will defend capitalism. She can defend removing God. I will defend embracing a biblical worldview. She can defend child sacrifice. I will defend the sanctity of life. Any of the radical, insane democratic policies and platform that they stand for, I will debate the opposite. I'm challenging AOC to it here.
Well, I thought you were going to challenge her to like a freestyle, 100 freestyle or something. I'm like, that's
that too.
That's an unfair fight. Or
a fair fight to her is putting a man in the pool.
Yeah, no, you can wear you can wear like 100-pound weight and challenge her to it. That would be fair, actually. Mark and Riley, both of you, thank you.
It's writing bits for Fight Circus now.
Yeah, that would be. That'd be a huge pay-per-view, those two in the pool. But also, sadly, it turned out most guys just beat off before they got to the finish line.
It's going to be a different kind of pool.
Yeah, they'd be like, who won? I don't know. I came about the 50-meter mark. And
Post-nut clarity's setting in. I'm getting a hot dog.
I want to take a nap during my refractory period. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, AOC is nuts. But also AOC, then people need to think about this. She is the spokeswoman for the New World Order of crazy chicks with no facts and an inability to think, who do not focus on facts or numbers or data, who are all feelings-based, coming to the fore and just shouting and crying and creating, and then dumb people voting for them because of how emotionally invested they are.
TikTokified
with things. Yeah, so it's sad, and we're going to get into trouble if these people are in charge. But they shall be. But then we will get into trouble. Then we'll figure it out. Yeah, Betty Yee. I think Dawson got her name right. Yeah, she was on Piers Morgan. I mean, she made a fool of her. They make fools of themselves because they don't have the data, they don't have the facts. They just have feelings. And so feelings are great when you're 9 and you're trying to get your way, because it kind of works. But later on, it doesn't really work because you're arguing with people that have follow-up questions and data and don't really care about your feelings. And then you end up looking foolish. But there's something where they don't mind themselves looking foolish, which is new.
Yeah, I think that's a byproduct of the internet era.
It is.
You have to, the person with less shame, they win the game.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. What else we
Yeah,
got?
next up, a bummer. The Dodgers lost the World Series game last night. Man, but Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were booed during it.
That's got to be funny.
That's a small win, I guess, for humanity.
So they were at the game.
Yeah.
All the celebs go to the game.
Yeah.
The Dodgers, I had a weird thing the day before when they went 18. I think they went, did they go 18 innings? They went 18 innings.
Yeah. I believe so, yeah.
How many times, Dawson, you can look it up, did Ohtani get on base in that game? Because they may never...
Chuck's saying 9 right off the top.
9. Yeah, I thought it was 8 or 9. Who else in history is going to get on base 9 times in a World Series game? Well, and once you narrow it down to World Series, the answer is never.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to go, well, it'd be real
that would
tough.
be a statistic that we heard, 9, ridiculous. Are you looking it up? That's pretty amazing.
Well, it's 9. All right. I had a weird moment where I was getting on my rowing machine. And I tend to watch TMZ when I get on my rowing machine. But the Dodger game was on, and it was like in the 8th inning. And I got on my rowing machine, and I thought, man, I hope there's enough game left so I can do my row and still watch the game without going into...
And you rode your ass to Indochina.
I rode all the way to Thailand. No, I quit after a half an hour, but I was like... I remember sitting on the rowing machine going, well, how long? Let's see, we got the top of we got the bottom, we got the top of the 8th. Okay, top of the 8th, then the bottom of the 8th. Yeah. Then if the Dodgers score, well, they won't get up. And I was trying to figure out.
Remember the new 2-minute rule, you know what I mean? The box. Yeah.
So it was literally, that was at like 8:15. At 11:15, I was still watching the game, just sitting in my bathrobe. And I was like, my God, this thing is not ended. So I don't think anyone's getting up 9 times in a World Series game. On base, I should say. 9 times. Well, they're not going to get up, but on base, 9 times in a World Series, one game. I don't.
He's a rare talent, Ohtani.
These guys go the whole. I mean, there are plenty of people that go a series and don't get on base 9 times, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously he got walked, intentionally walked. And let me say about the intentional walk. They now just tell you you're walked. They don't walk them. They used to have to walk them. 4 balls.
I remember the whole catcher takes
do
his mask off and stands and plays with his papa.
Yeah. Okay. I don't like all the padding and the gloves and the sliding mittens and the on-base mittens and the protectors and everything.
It's a lot.
So he goes up there full armadillo. Then they go, we're walking you. And he goes, oh, okay. And he starts unstrapping all his stuff and just leaves a pile of equipment on home plate. Yeah. And the bat boy has to go get it.
Little strip tease.
Here's
to get
the thing.
First.
Don't put it on if you're going to be walked. Everyone knows you're going to be walked. Don't put the fucking pads on. Just go up there.
Or think about it this way. Get a samurai team, you know what I mean, to take off all that armor real quick and get back to the dugout. That boy, he could be repurposed.
You know my policy, no pads or whatever pads you put on, you are wearing it the entire time you're on the bases.
That's why I've been wearing my cup to every show.
Ties a record for most on-base record single game, previously held by Stan Hack in 1942. In a World Series game? Because I kept saying...
No, that's just a regular game.
I know. I said World Series 5 times because I said it'll never happen in a World Series game. But it'll never happen in a World Series game, but it did happen. That regular season, yeah, baseball's 120 years old, sure. They go to extra innings. That I figured, but not in a World Series game.
Yeah.
Stan Hack. And also, everybody had nicknames back then, Stan Whitey Hack or Stan Lefty Hack, but this is just Stan Hack. Okay. 83 years, it's happened twice in terms of regular season, but it's never going to happen. Again. So
Take that,
good.
hack.
Take that, hack. All right. What else you got?
Hey, CNN.
Wait, they booed. Is there audio?
Yeah, I know. I was wondering if you guys were going to hit me with that. Maybe them getting booed. I don't really understand why they booed him. Can you explain it to me? Because I get it. Meghan Markle's a princess, but they just rejected the princesshood. Prince Harry seems like a great guy because he was a Apache helicopter pilot. That's pretty bad.
Here's what we don't like. All right, sorry. We'll run it back. But they put him up on the Jumbotron, and here we go.
Oh, you can hear it. Yeah, maybe it's a whole no kings protest.
Here's what
no princes either.
We hate complainers. And she does this thing where she's... Okay, there's a couple things. She does this thing where she goes, when I met him, I didn't know he was a prince. I never knew anything. I just was attracted to the balding ginger
Navy
guy.
SEAL security guards, the guy rolling around with them everywhere.
Right. So they don't like that. They don't like that. They also don't like when they just do these multi-million-dollar deals like Netflix and Spotify go, we'll give you $50 million, and they haven't earned their way there. What the fuck do they... By the way, what does Prince Harry or Obama know about making fucking documentary films? What the fuck does Michelle Obama know about making documentary films? The answer is nothing. Nothing. But she gets multi-million-dollar advances, and people don't like that. Because no kings, remember?
Solid point.
Right.
Solid point.
So, and then... and this is why we're learning to hate Michelle Obama, they start complaining about not being seen or racism or the pressure or what it's like when people are fucking struggling and you're living next to Oprah in a fucking vineyard and you won't stop fucking complaining about your life. Fuck right off.
I have a question. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we know. Did they have a last name? Because he apparently, we're not supposed to call him Prince anymore because he left. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't he be like Harry Fitzpatrick?
Yeah.
Or something? They're still going to call him Prince Harry, but I'm curious. These people have last names, right?
He should adapt Prince's symbol.
Nice.
As the prince who doesn't want to be Prince.
Well, I was going Harry Markle.
Yeah. Harry Markle. Anyway, the whole point is rich people, privileged people complaining. And guys, I don't know, you guys tell me. I think guys kind of get that, like, hey man, you live in a big fucking house, you're super rich, you fucking shut up.
Yeah.
Women will always complain. They'll go, the fuck, I want to go to get my hair done and the chick fucked my hair up, or I went to go get my car detailed and the guy fucked up my Rolls Royce. Like, they can't, it's in them.
It's inherent.
So they put a camera on them and then the chick starts complaining from Oprah's house and then everyone turns on her. It's really her that we don't like. I don't think it's him.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
It's her. And then he being pee-whipped, I think, is the other part. Also, there's a thing, the other thing, she's really covered a lot of bases. Doing the as a black woman thing when you pass is an Italian woman. Like you have olive-colored skin and you have straight, long hair. Like nobody sees her as a black woman. And
she looks like J-Lo.
Right, and she does the as a black woman, and then she probably looks more Anglo than J-Lo does. But you're trying to play the race card and the woman card and the woe is me card when you're fucking rich and nobody feels sorry for you, and that's where we turn.
I forgot it was that lady. Now I remember.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Prince Harry does have a last name. It's David, so his name is Harry David.
Oh, Larry. Harry and Larry David. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I got to shave my Harry Davids. Mm-hmm. Don Lemon's in the news being blasted as Two-Face. As he said, conservative commentator Megyn Kelly looks trans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She fooled me. All right.
Me too,
Let's
bud.
listen to what he has to say.
Is Megyn Kelly chopped?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what is chopped. I've heard it, but I don't know what that means. What does chopped mean?
She's gonna get mad at me, dude. I don't know if I want this heat.
What does chopped mean?
Chopped means like not hot.
Yeah, she's chopped. I don't know, the whole MAGA look.
It's all the MAGA
it's
ladies.
Too
They
much.
look kind of looks like a Barbie doll covered in like WD-40.
I think she looks trans.
So chopped means not hot or formerly hot? We got to look up chopped.
It's like the kids, they're like, oh, that's chopped. Like, it's like ugly. Like, it doesn't look right.
Can you be 19 and chopped?
I mean, it's possible.
You know.
Listen, I was
I'm not asking about
I was a
that.
pretty meathead, yeah.
No, what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
They mean formerly hot, not
This
anymore?
According to the Urban Dictionary, chopped is the fuggliest, nastiest, most disgusting of them all.
I will say this. Here's what I will say.
Boy, she chopped translates to that girl ugly ass.
Okay,
Wow.
let's see if we can break this
You
down.
need the Urban Dictionary for the Urban Dictionary.
I'll give you 2 examples of this. She was in a movie where she was being portrayed by like Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
And Charlize Theron is didn't
as
look
hot.
any better
Not as
than
hot.
her.
Yeah,
like in movies, like if you take a look at how movies work.
Yeah.
Like you do Made in America with Tom Cruise. The actual guy who was the pilot who ran the drugs was a fat, bald dude from Louisiana. And then Tom Cruise comes in. Like that. Very rarely is the star the person who portrays you in a movie not an upgrade from you in real life.
Yeah.
That is very rare. I would argue, I don't know, I'm going to see Megan pretty soon. I don't know if Megan is 53 or 55. I don't know what she is. I don't know who has put together more hot years. Like, she was piping at 17, right? Now she's 53. I don't know. You look it up. I'm not asking for body language, Andrew. Use your computer. Look on your phone. It'll tell you. But the point is she's had pretty much a 40-year uninterrupted streak of hotness.
Yeah, I know.
And by the way, I don't know when the end is coming, but not soon. She's 54. All right, I'm going to go with a 40-year hotness streak and not going anywhere. Still hot.
Now, I think that Don Lemon, from his cloud in the sky as a black man with Black Don't Crack, you know what I mean? He's saying that since she got some plastic surgery, or maybe allegedly, or maybe didn't, that, because trans do the same thing, get plastic surgery, that's what he's pitching at.
I don't, I've been to Thailand and I've seen it all. And I am telling you that you don't get much better looking than Megan.
Lady boys?
Than Megyn Kelly.
Oh.
And the trans thing is comical, but it seems a little petty. But also, the host of the show saying ugly is a weird way to go. It's a weird angle. Listen, maybe this is congratulatory. But
right.
If you want to attack me, don't go unfunny. Never funny. Fuck guys, fucking not funny. I'm funny. I'm funnier than almost everybody, and including people you think are funny. That's not the angle. Pick other angles with me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But it's fine. You can find other angles. I'm open to other angles, but don't work the not funny. That's not a good angle because I've made millions of dollars from 30 years being funny. So that's not an angle. And don't pick Megyn Kelly ugly angle. Bad angle. Pick unfunny.
Yeah, but this is a clip farm kid. You know what I'm saying? This kid with his poofy hair is trying to get this a reaction.
All right, so he thinks she's chopped, which is ugly, and then Don Lemon thinks maybe trans. Okay. Don Lemon's also a dope, which is weird. He doesn't, and by the way, he has no dope self-awareness either, like we were talking about. Like Whoopi Goldberg has no dope self-awareness. Many of these women don't have a dope self-awareness, like AOC. Like, you sound like a fucking dope when you talk. Don Lemon sounds like a dope, but he's not bothered by it, which again is a gift.
Yeah, it's what they refer to as a silly twink.
So let's,
aka himbo.
Let's listen to it one more time. Let's see. Himbo. I like that.
Is Megyn Kelly chopped?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what is chopped. I've heard it, but I don't know what that means. What does chopped mean?
She's gonna get mad at me, dude. I don't know if I want this heat.
What does chopped mean?
Chop means like not hot.
Yeah, she's chopped. I don't know, the whole MAGA looking.
It's all the
Also, let's pause for a second.
Kind of looks like.
Who are we comparing Megyn Kelly to? The populace
why are we
at
taking-
large?
Yeah.
Like who are we comparing her to? My mom, your girlfriend, my old girlfriend? Like who are we comparing Megyn Kelly to? Because she's in rarefied hot air. She's a hot air balloon, and she's in rarefied stratosphere of hot. Like, you can go, oh, she's not hot, but who are we comparing her to? I'll tell you what. Let's just go to the supermarket. I'll tell you what. I will take these two pussies and go to the closest supermarket. I'll give you 2 hours to push around a cart. You need to produce a woman who's hotter than Megyn Kelly. If you can't, then shut the fuck up. Or go suck off Don Lemon somewhere.
Well, I'm going to Sydney Sweetie's Errol-One.
That's true, but she probably has her fat assistant doing the shopping.
Damn it. Foiled again.
All right, let's bring it home, Mayhem. Boston, Mass. at the Wilbur. That'll be the 6th, coming up on Thursday. That's a good show. That's a good theater. Fun times there. Historic. Then Buffalo, New York, Electric City. Then I'll be with who? Megyn Kelly in Duluth, Georgia. Gas South Arena with Megyn. You go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows. Becky Robinson, you can check out her website, BeckyRobinsonTheGreat.com. Mayhem, what do you got?
Yeah, mayhemnow.com, and buy a t-shirt. And guess what, man? We got all kinds of stuff on Mayhem Miller Instagram.
So, till next time, Eastman for Mayhem and Becky Robinson saying mahalo.
Governor Gavin Newsom was roasted online. You and I saw this the other day and talked about it, but his online for his bizarre AI-created reaction to being called out for sitting in a testicle-crushing pose during an interview. Democracy requires flexibility, Governor Newsom's press office wrote in a caption to the post. You showed me this the other day, and you're right. That is a deep leg cross. Only compared to that is the guy sitting next to him.
Well, he's from the Times. He's from the New York Times, so he has to present with his leg crossed.
Yeah.
They do it in the animal kingdom. It's like when a woman wants to get fucked.
Oh, presenting.
She presents.
Yes.
It's called presenting.
Tail goes up.
It's progressive presenting. I want to say to my audience, here's who I am. Now, here's how you know it's bullshit. And all these people. I think we'll give Obama the credit for being the Rosa Parks of the deep leg cross. He said, no, I'm not going to sit with my knees apart. I know I cross my legs like a chick, but that's because I'm super sensitive and I'm going to present that way. So he is the grandfather, Obama, of the deep leg cross. Since all progressive politicians look at Obama as sort of the poster child for all progressive politicians, they then want to mimic them as well. Now, here's how you know these guys don't sit this way. When they do interviews and they're not in front of an audience, they often sit in a normal fashion. But when they face the audience, they present with the deep leg cross. They'll cross their legs in interviews as well, but it's 100% when they're in front of an audience. So what we're saying is to the New York Times crowd, hey, I am down with your progressive bullshit. Watch how far I can cross my legs. And then the guys from the New York Times is like, I cross my legs that way too because I'm from the New York Times. And then what Newsom does is he goes, I'm going to go for a deeper leg cross. I want you to show that I'm more progressive. Here's my challenge. Gavin Newsom is 57 years old or something. can we find pictures of him in his 30s doing a deep leg cross?
No.
Well, why do you change? You can find pictures of me when I'm 7 crossing my legs the same way I cross my legs now. Who changes the way they cross their legs unless there's some sort of psychological thing going on where you are presenting to the audience? And what are the chances that every single one of you dudes sits like a chick? And it's 100%. It's 100% progressive dudes.
I wonder if there is a epidemic where guys are seeing this, like you talked about. Oh, I have to, align with this group, so now I'm starting to cross my legs like that. But how come guys don't notice it? I notice when guys do it that they great Photoshop.
Right.
But when I see guys that do it, they don't recognize that they're doing it and think to themselves, "I'm smashing my balls into my thighs. Why don't I uncross my legs?" But they continue to sit like that, and it's got to be torquing on your ball sack.
I'm telling you, it is. So here's the deal. There's the tons of yarn or string bracelets. That's the one way you present. You just wear, like, if you're not flexible enough to do a super deep leg cross, you just wear a whole bunch of stupid yarn bracelets that your fucking daughter made you, and you walk around with that. And then I'll let you know how I think and how progressive I am and how inclusive I am and so on and so forth. Now, the right-leaning version of that is I take the Oakley blades and I put them upside down on my ball cap, and then you know how I sit, and I don't sit like this homo. You've never seen a dude with the Oakley blades on his ball cap sitting like fucking Gavin Newsom sits. It's an impossibility. You could search the internet for 10,000 years. You'd never find a guy with the Oakley blades on top of the ball cap sitting with the deep leg cross. All right, you can get rid of this picture, by the way.
Yeah,
we've seen it.
I was, when we were on vacation, my daughter was with me. I went to go buy a new pair of sunglasses, and I was looking at the Oakley blades, the old school, like the Jose Canseco, and I wanted to buy them, and my daughter's like, "You put those on, I'm hightailing it out of here."
Right.
She would not hang. I was like, "Why?" She goes, "Because there's people that are looked at a certain way when they wear those sunglasses." I'm like, "I don't give a shit how I get looked at. I just want cool sunglasses. I want to enjoy. I pay for them. Damn it, I earn these things."
Yeah, Oakley blades, once they make it on top of the ball cap, and if they're upside down, or maybe worn backwards on the ball cap.
I was going to say the guys with the visors that are also backwards and upside down. That's
if you're wearing the Oakley blades, you voted for Trump.
Yeah.
If you put them on top of your ball cap, you are the head of the MAGA movement, and if you put them backwards on your ball cap, you're in the Klan.
You're in the Illuminati.
You're heading to a Klan meeting. Like that's
Grand Wizard.
But you will never see that deep leg cross.
No, of course we can't, because we have a handgun taped to the inside of our thigh. How are we going to be able to cross our legs?
Yes.
It doesn't work that way.
Now, as per usual, I'm just on to stuff early. I was complaining about this shit early. And now, when you turn on Jesse Waters, he's referencing all the crosses, the leg cross, and giving them all the names. But let it be known, I was early money on the deep leg cross and what it meant. And by the way, when people go, "Who cares?" Well, there's an answer. The answer is he didn't sit this way 15 years ago. When he was 40, he didn't sit this way. By the way, as a man gets older, the nutsack descends more, becomes greater in size. Sometimes you grow into your dad bod a little. You are less likely to sit that way as you get older. Like a kid can sit in front of TV and sit on their feet. You know what I mean? Like when you're a kid, you could sit and just sit on your feet. When you're old, you can't sit on your fucking feet. Your compression socks will fall apart. So, like, the idea that you're sitting more and more like a kid and a chick as you get older, that's just signaling. That's not comfort.
Yeah. Yeah, progressively, I think maybe, I don't know if I told you this story on air, if I was the other day, but I was talking about being at the airport and I saw the guy in the pajama pants with the Crocs and the blankie swinging his arms. And I turned it into a bit. I was doing it this weekend in Las Vegas, and every guy that I talked about it with, I brought it up because there was a guy who was the rodeo was in Las Vegas this weekend, and there was a dude sitting front row, big old cowboy hat on. Dawson, you saw that guy. We chatted with him after the show. He was great. But that guy was a Army sniper, like big old farm guy. Him and his super fun hot wife. They came from Ohio, come to the rodeo, and I'm like, what happened to dudes? Why isn't there more dudes? And he goes, there are in Ohio. There are in Illinois. There are in. We're still out there, man, but nobody wants to listen to us. It's everybody on the coast. It's East Coast. It's West Coast. It's big city, New York, L.A. Nobody wants to look at us. And I'm like, well, finally, people are getting a little bit of a light shown on them.
The rodeo there's two sports where the audience dresses like they may get in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Rodeo, they dress like someone's going to point up there and go, okay, one of the riders is taking it ill.
I played pickup hockey with those guys.
Come down here. Get on that bull. Like, they dress like they're getting on the bull.
Yep.
That's how rodeo works.
Yep.
The other sport that does that, which is weird.
Women's rugby.
Tennis.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I went and saw the U.S. Open with Kimmel a million years ago in like Flushing Meadows or wherever it was, a train ride from New York or whatever. We were there. We knew Pat O'Brien or something, invited us out, blah, blah, blah. And each stop, people were getting on the train and they're wearing the wristbands and the head thing and the Fila's shorts and the thing and the head, I was like, what is this, players? It's like, no, they're watching. It's like, yeah, okay. You don't have to dress like you're getting in the game. Tree-torn shoes. They dress like they're out there.
Sure.
And I get it. Football fans, put the jersey on or whatever, but they're not pads and a helmet. Rodeo guys dress like they're in the rodeo, and tennis guys dress. And I bet you the tennis guys would make fun of the rodeo guys immediately, but they do the exact same shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing about playing pickup hockey in Minnesota. You'd have guys out there, maybe a little older, upper 30s, low 40s, and they just want to get a good skate in. And then there's dudes out there that think that there's a scout from the Minnesota Wild sitting up in the stands at the Richfield rink, just waiting to be like, we could use a winger. Or just up on down to the X. We'll throw some pads on and get you out on the ice tonight. Yeah. So anyways, if they want to make a documentary about you calling all this stuff early, well, maybe they can do it through Warner Brothers and they can put it on Netflix. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Okay. Republicans in Congress have warned of potential antitrust problems with Netflix absorbing HBO Max and Warner Brothers content rights. Some members of Congress on Friday deemed Netflix's $82 billion proposed acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery Studios and streaming unit as an antitrust nightmare. Netflix said the deal would create jobs and give its 300 million subscribers more bang for their buck.
Yeah, I don't think there's an antitrust thing. There's so many platforms and outlets and whatever.
Yeah, you're right. You can sort of segregate all of this content, and I don't know. Sometimes when things get bigger, though, they always say, things like get worse, or the content goes down, the quality of it. Have you watched a lot of the stuff that's out there nowadays? A lot of it's garbage. A lot of it's not worth watching at all.
Yeah, I tend to stick with the docs. I watched a 5-part Scorsese doc. I tend to watch the docs, and I tend to watch the docs, I think, because I don't feel like they're empty calories. I sometimes feel like if I'm just sitting around watching Jingle All the Way, which Rudy and I watch, but if I'm just sitting around kind of binge watching another episode of this show, another episode of that show, and then you sort of check your watch and 3 hours has gone by, I'm the kind of person that I'm not a heavily disciplined person, but I do also feel like you should kind of work a little bit every day. You should work a little bit. Like I don't like the feeling of not working for 5 days in a row. And I don't like the feeling of just vegging out in front of the TV. But if I watch a doc, I go, okay, now I learned something. And then it doesn't feel empty calories to me. And so it's like, you know, the Scorsese stuff is interesting, and then you find out about this and what year he did that, and then you have some reference points, and then you come in, you start talking about it. It's sort of like, well, now it's a write-off because it's my business. So I tend to watch docs.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the people that are probably the most intelligent people, I think.
Mayors of New York City and LA?
And LA combined, 30 years. What will they have? Here's one for you, Dawson, or Andrew. By the time you get done with Karen Bass's run, and by the time you get done with Mondami's run, and you put those two numbers together, we're going to be at like 36 years of horrible, retarded people running these two cities. Because, you know, it's 05 to like 27 or something with Bass or something like that, 26, 27. And then Mondami's going to go for another 4 years or whatever. Anyway, be interesting. Here's the thing. If you show me a person that just goes, I don't like docs, I go, all right, it's going to be a dumb person I want to hang out with. Or I don't like listening to talk radio. I go, okay, dumbo. If you show me a person that will watch docs, but only about shit they like, then that person is smart, but not as smart as the person who will watch a doc on anything. That's the person you want. And if they can watch a doc on something they're not interested in, that's the person you want to be.
Yeah. I don't know if there's ever been a bigger doc that has created more interest in the last probably 2 years than this Puff Daddy documentary that has come out. I don't know if you've seen any of it. I think you and I watched like 15 minutes of it, 20 minutes of it the other night.
Yeah.
But even my mom, who is not somebody who would typically, you know, she was more of a East Coast rap fan, not really West Coast.
Yeah, she's Biggie.
Yeah, she was, definitely more Biggie than, you know, Tupac. But even she had called me and asked if I have seen this. And I was like, yeah. So it seems like it's one of those things that, you know, everybody's kind of watching it, but maybe it'll sort of bring people down another direction and go, hey, maybe I could start watching some documentaries and learning about other things besides just my own little bubble.
Also, like talentless as an artist or something. Like I feel like I've been telling people the whole time, like, you remaking Kashmir does not make you a fucking artist. And you know what everyone's number one answer is? I like that song. I go, yeah, I know. You like Kashmir from Led Zeppelin from 20 years before. Yes, me too. Now so what's wrong with sampling? What's wrong with sampling? It's somebody else's song, you fucking idiots. Make up a song or shut the fuck up because he can't do it. Ugh.
Yeah, we had somebody tell us the other night that they go on stage and do some Dave Attell jokes every once in a while. I don't know if Dawson was in the room when it's like, maybe you should not tell people out loud that you do that. It's, you know.
I sample Carlin, so I can't say anything.
Sample. Well, you do sample. It's not
sample
like.
Carlin.
Yeah, you pay him exactly what he is owed. His estate,
yeah.
Yes, absolutely, right-wing political commentator Tim Pool said that his home was involved in a late-night gunfire attack. In an ex-post on Saturday, December 6th, Poole wrote, last night a vehicle approached our property and opened fire. He lives in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Detailing that no one was hurt, our security team is reviewing the incident and will be relaying the report to appropriate law enforcement. This is the price we pay for speaking out against evil, Poole concluded on his social media post.
Poole's a real smart guy. He's a very serious guy. Like, I haven't met young dudes who are as serious as he is.
Yeah, I like that he looks like he plays in the band Rise Against. He always wears black. He's got a little bit of a beard. He looks like a rocker. He'd have like the fingerless gloves. You know, he listens to Papa Roach, but he's very smart and intelligent. Yeah.
He listens to Papa Roach.
I'm just saying he's got the look.
Those guys. I mean, I'd interview all those bands on K-Rock back in the day. God, Papa Roach. What happened to them?
Cut my life into pieces.
Oh, yeah, that was them. But you see all those bands when they go out.
Constantly. I'm still in the fold. I still got to go out and sit through half that stuff. Yeah, it's awful.
Did So, all right. So, wait a minute. Remind me. I got
to contact Papa Roach.
No,
Call Jacoby Shaddix.
I invited John from System of a Down to come to the Christmas party.
Oh, nice.
I wanted another member of System of a Down to come as well, but I've forgotten his name. So,
it's not Serge, Darren.
There's one more.
Oh yeah, the one I can't think of either.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
drummer, right?
No, John's the drummer.
Oh,
I think John's the drummer.
Are you thinking of Shavo?
Oh God, let's see. Let me see. Which System of a Down guys?
Do.
There's no, it's Shavo. Yeah,
Shavo, yeah.
Shavo.
Yeah.
I got to invite Shavo.
Oh yeah,
that's who I got to invite. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
write that down.
Okay, more Papa Roach talk if we could.
I would interview all of these bands. Mean, there were the presidents of the United States of America.
Yeah.
There was, Art Alexakis of Everclear. I mean, it's just band after band of the Verve Pipe.
Yeah.
All those bands.
Art Alexakis is he's the epitome, and you talk about this a lot with Jay Moore. Early on, huge douche, go through a little bit of hell, come out the other side, salt of the earth. Art was one of those guys. I remember he came to the Warehouse. It was a venue in La Crosse, Wisconsin when I was working there. And he was impossible to be around. Huge dick to everybody. Met him 20 years later, salted, like shaking hands, giving hugs. Yeah, just a good dude,
Yep. Guys get nicer, women get crazier.
Sure.
That's how it works. All right, you got one more?
I got one more. Let's do it. So, yes, even after Mamdani takes office in the first year, Benjamin Netanyahu will visit New York City. If you remember, Mamdani vowed to have Bibi arrested under an international criminal court warrant for war crimes. Being in a city of international law means looking to uphold international law, and that means upholding the warrants from the International Criminal Court, whether they're from Benjamin Netanyahu or Vladimir Putin.
All right, where's my number, Andrew? This should be I'll do it. 05. When's Karen Bass is out in 27 or 26?
I think 2026
Go
next
on the
year,
computer
right?
machine and do this thing, is what I'm saying, Andrew. Otherwise, it seems dumb because I just yelled it into a mic 10 minutes ago and then we don't do it. She's 6 or 7, you can tell me.
And New York is
she 6 or 7 though? 14 to 29.
Karen Bass 2026 is when her mayoral term.
All right, write this stuff down. So we go 05 to that. So we got 21 years in LA, and in New York, you can do all this and put it on the screen, or I'll do it, Andrew. You go 14 to 29, which is 15 years, so it's 36 years. But write it down, Andrew. Okay, 36 years of combined horrible governance in LA and New York. All right, we got Benny Netanyahu saying something there.
Let me ask you a separate question. We've long wanted to do one of these interviews in person right here in New York.
By the way,
and I
didn't answer your question, Andrew. I'll come to New York. Okay.
And that was my question. Would you come to New York, given what the mayor has said about arresting you?
Yes, of course I will.
And you will test that? I mean, what is the thought about how that would work?
Well, why don't you wait and see? Yes, I'll come to New York. Okay.
Would you want to talk to him, by the way?
Well, if he changes his mind and says that we have the right to exist, that'll be a good opening for a conversation.
Good. Mandami. So, these people, they're just like Ilhan Omar and all the Rashida Tlaib and stuff. They're constantly going, no, I got nothing against the fucking Jewish people. And then everything is just against them all the fucking time. And then their heroes are the people that are the fucking terrorists and the Jew killers. That's who they defend them, and they're always attacking the Jews. At some point, you can just go ahead and be anti-Semitic. Like I'll just go ahead and say you don't like them.
Yeah,
because you are a fan of the group that wants them dead, and that's who you defend. And then the group that is being attacked, the Jews, are the ones you're constantly attacking. So I think I know which way the wind is blowing in terms of how you think and what you're saying. Now, it wouldn't be. Listen, I have twins, boy-girl twins, and if you were around me for a long time, and I kept constantly saying what a horrible dope the boy was, and how dangerous he was, and how he didn't have the right to exist, and then I kept blowing smoke up the girl's ass. After a number of years, when I said to you, "Oh no, I like them both equally," you could tend to not believe me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And this is the same group that when you say, hey, Somalis, please don't come to my state and make it a shithole. You're more than welcome to come here, but just try to, clean up a little bit. They go, you're a racist.
Right.
How dare you? Racist.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Thursday night, going to be in Fort Lauderdale. That'll be at the Improv. And then Friday, Saturday, they'll be at the Miami Improv, doing 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and then back to Fort Lauderdale, the Improv again. I have no idea how that works, but that'll be Sunday, December 14th. Go to adamcarolla.com for all that. New York is 27 years of governance. Did I figure out? Is this stuff I figured all out, Andrew? Yeah. Keep a pad. Since Rudy G. All right, listen, there was an easy assignment. You just take the 2 numbers and then you put them together, and then you have 36 years of that number, which I think I already did. But I'm saying goodbye now, and you're typing numbers into the thing. But I think we already did it. You ready? 5 in L.A. to 26 in L.A., right? That's 21 years. And then New York is 14 to 29. Right, that's
15 years.
15 years, and you put those 2 numbers together, and we get 36 is the number, right? All right. You're counting Bloomberg. Oh, I don't know. Was Bloomberg that bad? Bloomberg was bad. Okay, so now Bloomberg started what year then?
Oh.
Now we got to add to our number, right?
Oof, man.
Bloomberg started in 10 or 02? 02 to... 02 to 13. So now it's New York's 02 to 29. Wow. Oh, so now they got 27 years, and now we add 27 to our 21. Is that right?
Yeah.
27 to 21. Now we got 48 years of shit.
40 longer than I have been on this planet.
Oh, man. All right, and that's why the 2 cities have turned to shit, everybody. So let's just get a smart person in there. Let's get Rick Caruso in there, everybody, and we'll solve this. All right, Rudy, what are your plugs?
You can find me this weekend. I'm going to be in Huntsville, Alabama with Jonathan Kite at Levity Live Thursday through Saturday. The following weekend, December 19th and 20th, I will be with you in Las Vegas. And January 16th, I'll be at the Red Carpet in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
So, until next time, it's Adam for Debbie and Rudy saying mahalo.
Billy Bob Thornton calling out celebrities who bring politics into award shows. During a recent interview on the Joe Rogan Experience, the 70-year-old actor shared he really doesn't care about awards anymore, saying he's got plenty of them and won most of them under the wire when awards were still kind of real. He started talking about how there's a time and place, and it's not during award shows. You should just stick to what it is. Don't go up there and talk about saving the Badgers in Wisconsin or something. They could use it. That team fucking sucks, Jay. They are terrible, by the way.
They weren't always terrible.
Dude, they weren't always.
They used to be a real problem.
The punter had the most passing yards this weekend. The punter. He was 1 for 1 with 24 yards. That was the punter this weekend. Yes, the most passing yards. So, yeah, I do believe we have a clip.
That has thrown you in jail, But there's something about having heroes that are unattainable for you. That way they can stay in that magic spot. So I think we've lost magic and mystery and all these things.
Well, it certainly happens when you hear actors talk about politics. Mm-hmm. When actors become activists, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Oy.
I donate to a lot of charities, mainly children's stuff, but nobody knows it. I don't go to the award show and talk about it when I'm getting my award. It's like Ricky Gervais said in that skit of his. He said, He said, "Look, come up here, accept your little award, and fuck off."
Yeah.
I think first of all, unless you have really studied stuff and really know about a subject fully, who the hell would want to listen to an actor or a musician talk about politics?
You saying that to Joe Rogan?
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like, are we supposed to follow this? I mean, if we are, what if they lead you down the wrong road? And and politically, I call myself a radical Muslim. I'm like very strong.
All right,
in my
we get it. This is the new world order. The endorsements don't work anymore.
Mm-hmm. He's a good guy, Billy Bob. You ever had him on?
No, I'd love to talk to him.
Oh, I interviewed him once. He was a huge prick.
Really?
Yeah, huge. Yeah. And then he wanted to, apparently his people wanted to make up for it, so they rescheduled it twice, and both times he didn't show up.
Was this on radio?
Yeah, radio back in Minneapolis. Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. He was doing something, his, what are they called? Like the Box Trotters? He's got a band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got like a country band, like a Americana band or something. They were coming to town. They were doing a gig. We did the interview. It went poorly. It was one-word answers. You could tell he was just in a bad mood. And then his press people, we called him and said, we're not going to air it. And
really?
They said, we'll don't worry, we'll make this right. They rescheduled the interview.
I'd air it on the hour.
Yeah, 2 minutes came back, and right before they were about to go on with him, they call and go, he's got to cancel. We got to push it back. Can we do next week? Sure. Did it again. Then finally, we just went piss off. We're done.
He was in Bobby Hollander in the box tops. Give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take no fast train. Lonely days are gone. I'm a coming home. My baby, she wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone. I'm a coming home. Hit it, Joe.
My baby wrote me a letter.
Well, he wrote me a letter.
No, come on.
He couldn't live without me no more.
More news.
That's the box tops.
It's the fucking suck tops.
Billy Thornton and the Box Masters.
Box Masters, that's what it was called.
But Box Tops, Dawson, was wrote me a letter, right?
Correct.
There was
Alex Chilton?
There was
Alex Chilton, Dawson?
There was a time when
a 16-year-old.
There's a time from like 68 to like 74 where Jet Airlines came in. And they're like, got me a ticket on a 747. It's like, it was a nonstop plane talk. Like, I'm taking a jet. I'm leaving on a jet plane. There's like 37 songs from 68 to 74. Because before that, there was no jets. And then after that, we've gotten over it. Like, no one goes, I'm on an Airbus 321 coming back to you. You know, it's like, it's
I wish
ubiquitous.
I saw my baby in the Waymo.
There are nothing but
big.
Steve Miller, big old jet airliner. I mean,
Paul
songs,
Pena wrote it.
They're all songs dedicated to air travel.
Credence.
And 727 coming out of the sky. But they're literally calling out manufacturers of aircraft. It was only from like 68 to 74 because by 81 people were like, yeah, okay, there's planes. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? And before that, no one took it. Yeah. But they become like every third song was like, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. I was like a big deal. Like
before that, it was gypsy. There was a lot of gypsy.
A lot of gypsy talk. Yeah.
Gypsy.
There was gypsies. And then there was Cajun Queens from New Orleans. There was a lot of talk. And there was airplane talk. And there's not really any more. They got from airplanes to like, there was a little starshipy, UFO-y kind of space travel-y, rockety.
There were certainly trains,
stuff.
like R&B.
I am telling you, I used to do this all the time. I haven't done it in a million years, but you can break down our culture into segments like
white, black.
Yep, Hispanic. Oh. No, there was like jet, like stuff when the 50s and the 60s, it's like rocket and jet. And like in the 80s, it became stealth. We had stealth fighters and stealth cologne and a Dodge Stealth car. Like we got stealth. We loved stealth. Like and there's turbo. There's like turbo. We had a turbo phase. We had a stealth phase. We had a jet phase. We had a rocket phase. Like you can kind of name because they named colognes and stuff after. It's not like they're talking about jets or rockets. It's the stealth. There was a movie called Stealth that came out.
But there's no cologne called Boxcar.
No.
It was a big train thing, too.
That's
Midnight
right.
Train to Georgia, when the train left the station. My baby's on the train.
Uh-huh. Yeah, extreme was a big thing. Like, each era has decade has like a name. We're all into stealth. Somehow stealth came out and we liked it. You know what I mean? Like I said, Dodge named their car Stealth. You know, they wouldn't name it before that or after it. And then there was a lot of turbo.
Yeah,
There's a lot
you're
of turbo stuff. Stuff had turbo written out. That guy's turbocharged. And then at some point, we did like roids and creatine and stuff like that. Oh yeah, man, this thing is like shampoo but on steroids. What?
Now it's Temu.
This is like a dog collar but on steroids. Like they just pick weird stuff.
Now it's Temu.
Yeah,
so many
something
comics.
on Temu.
Oh,
Right.
the Temu version of this.
I'm like, really? You fucking still say that, you
Right.
hack?
We had weird little eras, cars, cologne, products, teams, movies, books, like weird little stuff. And then we get away from it.
Yeah.
We got so into the whole satellite thing, like jet age, satellite-y stuff. That was like in the 60s, Sputnik, raised.
Satellite of love.
We got all into that. Then somehow jets took over, and then stealth took over, and then turbo took over. And now we're into God knows what. But it was like, it's a little thing.
Yeah.
So everyone who wrote a song between 68 and 74 just went, we need some jet.
Were you going to write 68 to 74 again?
I'm going to write it again because I crossed it out.
Mommy.
Everyone did it.
Yeah.
I can't help it if I have insights that others don't possess.
No, I just love that you write your own note as you're talking.
68 to 74.
And you reference it.
Give me a ticket for an aeroplane. I can't even say airplane.
Big old jet
Jet
airline. It's aeroplane, yeah.
Give me a ticket for an aeroplane.
So far, that's your only example. You just keep saying one
Big old
example
jet
14
airliner.
times.
737 coming out of the sky.
Was it crashing?
There's I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Oh, babe. You could find 14 jet songs in that era.
Yeah, Leonard Skinner should have wrote a Jet song.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd have been great. Just to come back and be like, fuck you, Jets.
Yeah.
The best part of the whole Leonard Skinner story is the guy Artemis Pyle surviving, crawling to a farmhouse, and they shoot him.
Yeah.
The drive-by truckers, who are all kids of the Swampers, they did a great double album called the Southern Harmony, the Southern Rock Opera. And they got a song that's Shut Your Mouth and Get on the Plane.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I like that song.
Paul McCartney had Jet. Just the simple song.
And there was
Jet.
Minneapolis had a band called, was it The Jets?
Yeah, the Jets.
Yeah.
Had the Jets.
It was like an R&B,
could have been called the Jerry Curls.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the Jets.
Was that
yeah.
Love Me in a Tender Way? Oh, no.
No, it was kind
Special
of El
way.
DeBarge.
Yeah.
It was kind of
Jets,
DeBarge.
the Jets, yeah, for sure. It
There
was a
part
family.
of that.
Roger Miller had a song called Boeing 707.
Really? 707.
I feel like I'm making a text.
That's early.
I feel like I'm making a text from Dawson tonight just with more Jet titles. JJ, by the way.
Did he get a VIN number on that? Or just that Boeing 707? Yeah, they were. It was
Rudy,
so.
are you up?
It was so extreme back then that they did. Yeah, put it. Go, Dawson, go on an internet search of all the jet-related songs. There was a 747.
Right now, the listeners are just yelling shit at their car radio.
All right.
Saxon 747.
Oh, yeah, the Chili Peppers.
Maybe the worst song of all time.
Aeroplane. Now, Aeroplane's not going
Dave Navarro and get worse.
Aeroplane's not going to count. Aeroplane's not going to
I saw that there is
Gonna fly now.
That's not going to count.
There's a Red Hot Chili Peppers cover band that only do it in like banjos. They're called the Red Hot Chili Pickers, and I'm like, I don't know a band I would want to listen to less than that. Oh, it'd be
I
brutal.
tolerate the original.
Yeah.
Trains and boats and planes.
Well, air travel, it started in the 50s, and Sinatra was the first one to really get out of it with Come Fly With Me. Metaphorically, it was still.
Yeah, it was worth writing about. All right, we got it. What else we got?
Okay, Trump.
Trains, boats,
President
and
Trump
planes.
said Sunday that each American will receive at least $2,000 from tariff revenue collected by the administration. A dividend of $2,000 a person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone. The president
Not
said.
including why?
Why don't I get my
is it-
taste?
why? Never.
I'm only worth $4 million.
Well, I don't know. Maybe appealing to like that demographic now? We took away your SNAP.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, we took away your
Say
SNAP.
it.
We're going to give you $2,000.
Say it.
Listen.
Jay, don't you pressure me into this, Jay.
This thing.
I don't have much to lose. I don't have $4 million.
As a rich guy, you pay for everything, and then whenever there's a rebate, you never get anything.
Yeah.
That's only for the other people.
Well, this is when I knew the government was completely full of shit. Like, not even the government. That we were in this, what do they call it when you're in a dream? You're in a simulation.
Matrix.
We've been told, thank you. We've been told since I was in grammar school that we're billions of dollars in debt.
Right.
Two things. The rainforest, I was told in 5th grade, the size of the United Kingdom gets taken down every year.
Yeah.
So if that was the case,
it was gone.
It wouldn't be a tree from here to Jupiter.
Right.
Okay. But the real one is we're billions of dollars in debt, trillions of dollars in debt. Then the shutdown happens during COVID. No restaurants are open. You can't pay rent. You can't, no service stations, no restaurants, no nothing. Yet we all get like a $2,500 check in the mail from the government. So if we're that much in debt, where'd all this fucking money come from? I'm like, oh, you shell game motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Give me my money. Fuck you. Pay me. I want my $2,000.
I'll tell you why I want the $2,000.
I'm sending Jeannie to the front of the line with her hand out.
It's not going to make it.
my $2,000.
It's not going to make a difference to me. Because it's not going to make a difference to me in my tax bracket.
You're flying coach. What do you mean it's not going to make a difference?
But I would
Why'd
put it
say that
towards
like
something.
Colin.
I would put it towards something frivolous.
Like what?
I'd like try to find. I'd go to like Barney's of New York and go, give me your most expensive pocket square, and they'd be like, we have one that's made of Persian silk for $1,900, and I'd go give it to me.
Yeah. The sharper image catalogs, right?
Go there. Like get one of those vibrating seats from the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put my wang on it.
Or
balls off while watching the personal.
I'd give Bobby Hollander a proper burial.
Yes.
Because he never got a proper burial.
Give him to Dennis Wilson.
That's right. It's C.
I would just send it right back to Trump. Get in his good graces. Be like, my man, I can't take this. You're too good to me.
Yeah. Ron Jeremy's never getting out of jail, by the way. Just
good. He's a fucking animal.
It's also weird that he needed to rape people when he got paid to have sex with people.
It's weird that you can prove rape on a porn set.
Yeah, I know. He did it like...
You got to really get your money's worth.
He did it like in the room in between, porn shoots and stuff. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
He's a fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah.
I hope somebody's puncturing his pancreas with their cock right now.
What do you got?
Bill Maher just confirmed those wild 90s rumors that he used to rub one out before filming his show, saying that it is 100% true.
Right on.
On his Club Random podcast, Bill explained the only way that he could sneak in a nap before filming, politically incorrect. His wild night out clubbing left him dragging in to work hungover and desperate. Everything went smoothly until someone clocked the jerkins in his bathroom, and boom, the story got out.
Wait, what did they do to the jerkins?
So they must have put like a line on the bottle. And then they clocked it. Yeah, they clocked it. Yeah.
There's an article in, do you remember there was a magazine called Entertainment Weekly? They said that I masturbated before the show in the dressing room.
Why did they say that?
Because I did.
Why are you telling Cheryl Hines this?
Not often, but...
Not often, but you had...
You know what? Here's the thing.
Tell me.
This is the 90s.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, we taped every day. I'd come in and hungover. Not hungover, but just like, did I get enough sleep? No,
Not
because
really.
I was out late.
Yeah.
Drinking and clubbing and whatever.
Yeah.
And then,
fucking,
this wasn't a lot, but yeah, sometimes I was. And so, like, I could always get a nap if I jerked off first.
Okay.
And I think one time I forgot to remove the jerkins from the
dressing room? No.
yes, from the toilet area. And then somebody...
Okay, so you did it in the bathroom. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, haven't you jacked off in a trailer on a set?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about trailer. But certainly young men will do it wherever they are.
We're ready for you in a minute.
For a prolonged period of
I'm
time.
watching Harmony Wonder.
Yeah, I mean, there was always that. You could figure it out wherever you were at some point.
Because the trailer rocks.
I didn't do a lot of trailering.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like Dawson's Creek, guest star, probably had a trailer. There was that.
Done it in every conceivable. Do you think our dads jacked off as much as we do?
I don't.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
I think they just smoked pipes and wore cardigans and
Yeah.
complained about Asians and stuff.
Wore glasses with no lenses.
Wore glasses with no lenses.
My dad was too busy
clear
running
lenses.
away from child support to be able to jerk off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, who's the other Minnesota guy who's just on more stories? Chad.
Chad Daniels.
Yeah,
his
Chad
dad stories
Daniels.
are
Yeah, crazy stories.
Similar?
Yeah, close. Not as.
You talk to your dad now?
No, I haven't talked to him in years. Yeah.
I
Party
beg.
you want to?
No.
I beg to differ a little bit because I've interviewed Chad, and there are guys out there who had the bad dads who gambled and this like that, and they would go one day he'd come home with a crate of lobster tails and we'd be celebrating. Then the next time we'd get the Cadillac would get picked up by the repo man, and I'd go, well, at least you had a lobster tail day in there.
Yeah.
Like the next 5 days were bad, but you had some good days when he hit,
Sure.
and I just had one big middle.
Yours was
that was like just kind of.
Yours is the worst I've ever heard of. You were just
Yeah.
raised in apathy.
Yes, but it was never terrifying. It was just always, like that. But the guys I know had weird dads. They had the dads who hit the exact at the track, and then they come home in the Cadillac with the cow horns on it.
We all had it.
and then it was take the coats back. Take those mink coats back, right? Like, what was that?
Yeah.
But I am kind of envious that you had a couple of good days in there where he did hit.
Well, like,
that was Chad's dad.
We've talked about it. Like, my stepdad would take me to a Twins game, but I would much rather not have the memory of us going.
But you called him Mark.
Yeah, because it was always like a huge argument. He would get pissed about stuff.
Your stepdad?
Yeah, my stepdad. Yeah,
Isn't it stepdad's job to be like the good cop?
Yeah, no, I've got plenty of stepdads, and none of them have been good.
Your mom got around.
She's got around a little bit. Yeah, she's been married. Yeah,
Any resentments there?
no, I get it now.
Working the program on him now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I get it.
Sorry.
Shit, is this a meeting? Is this my intervention?
No, it ain't.
Thanks, guys.
Mike's saying
Could
hi.
have done this right away.
All right, one more. What do we got?
One more. There was one here I wanted
Or
to
was
get
there?
to. Oh, this one right here. Oh no, we already did this. Excuse me. Donald Trump on a pardoning spree. He's now wiping the slate clean for Rudy Giuliani and dozens of allies accused of trying to overturn the 2020 election. Ed Martin, the Department of Justice's pardon attorney, made the announcement on X Sunday. Giuliani is one of 77 people Trump is pardoning, including former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and his attorneys Sidney Powell and John Eastman. He also granted clemency to New York Mets legend Darryl Strawberry for his 1995 tax evasion case.
All is forgiven if you let the straw man go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no opinion on this because if I bring up any negative about it, you're automatically met with the backlash of like, well, this president freed this kid murderer from Sudan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every president has that
it's
weird.
all on now with pardons, I guess. The thing about Strawberries, I guess he's been sober for quite some time now. I don't know if you see it in Sober News or you get the newsletter.
I'm on the Reddit.
But Strawberry.
Sober News.
There must be something. The Cowboys.
Xanadu breaking. Darryl Strawberry granted clemency. He's sober, friends.
Your Cowboy sponsor probably made the cover for the third time in as many months. On
Cowboy Dan. Most attractive man alive.
Dude, Ace, have you ever met Cowboy Dan?
I feel like I have.
He's the best.
And I think maybe
How do you know
I
him?
have.
We met him in Minneapolis.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did I meet Cowboy Dan, or were you just telling me so many times about Cowboy Dan?
I'll show you a picture of him.
Because I built a composite in my head over you explaining.
Yeah.
He is something
Cowboy
else.
Dan.
While you're looking that up, let me tell a quick Jay Moore story. So we were, there he is, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's the guy in the plane that looks at the other person and goes,
Where are you headed?
Oh, yeah.
Where you headed?
Check the ticket, you
I'm on a 727 coming out of the sky. Won't you take? Okay.
Yeah, we were on the air with you, and then the next segment we brought on Twins legend, first baseman. I'm spacing on his name.
Ken
now.
Herbeck?
Ken Herbeck. We brought on Ken Herbeck, and you're like, I'm sticking around. We got to talk to Ken Herbeck. So we're on the air. You, me, Ken Herbeck, couple people.
But
on
he
the
was
show.
remote.
He was remote. Yeah, he was on the
Fucking
phone.
lazy ass.
And you were looking up stats, and you're like, oh, look at that. You had 1,987 RBIs, and he's like, yeah, good run, I guess. And he goes, look at that. We both of our wives are both named Jeannie. And then Kent goes, yeah, actually, Jay, that actually ended for me. And you go, well, Kent, maybe if you got that 2,000th RBI, things would have worked out. Great joke. Oh, it hits so
Ken Herbeck, famous Herbek,
Yeah.
took the E between H and R out, so his name had the home run abbreviation, Hrbek. Ken Herbeck.
Yeah, I see him at Menards in Minneapolis every now and again getting like birdseed and stuff. He's still around, man.
He's a good player.
Yeah, dude.
Me and Josh Wolf were on the phone. He was in the hospital. He documented himself on his Instagram with some, I don't know, stomach issue. But
yeah.
And I asked him, which baseball player's name just sounds like they have a giant cock?
Enos Cabell.
Enos Cabell is, well, rhymes with, yeah. But he immediately came out with Ken Herbeck. And I forget what mine was, but he said Wally Backman, and it was just like game over.
Yeah.
Wally Backman.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, and we missed Steve Valboni.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So I'll open the floor. Which baseball player just said Enos Cabell? And Cabell's a little faggy.
Enos, he had a huge afro.
Oil Can Boyd. You know, he had a fucking hog on him.
Anybody with a huge.
But why is that Zinn container?
Yeah, Oil Can Boyd.
Anybody with the huge afro from back in the day will jump to the
Oscar
the top
Gamble.
of my list. Oscar
UL
Gamble.
Washington.
Yeah.
UL.
I'm trying to think. There was a Houston. Trying to think. Yeah, I mean, like Bill Russell's not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
That's just no good. Yeah. Garvey's no good. I can think of the rest of the Dodger. Yeager's decent.
David Justice.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
you're right. Yeah.
Let me give you some of this David Justice. Girl, get in there. I'm going to give you to Ken Herbeck.
Yeah, Nick Punto doesn't say
Nick Punto. What a fucking homo.
All right. A happy note to go out on. Nick and his big dong.
Give her that Kirby Puckett.
Jay.
Just naming twins now because of you.
Me and Jay will be in Dos Lagos Amphitheater coming up December 6th, doing a show there. And Brea Improv, December 11th.
I forgot. I'm so off the road. I forgot I'm playing Brea. I should start promoting it.
Yeah.
Come see me in Brea December 11th. How's
Jay's a great stand-up, and Brea's a great club. More stories as well. Me Wednesday, Austin, Texas, Cap City Comedy Club with Brian Callen is going to be out there.
Little lunatic.
With me. And then the upstairs in L.A., that'll be this Saturday. You can go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows because I'm going to be everywhere. Rudy, what do you got?
You can catch me in Honolulu.
Cobb's.
Yeah, I'm doing Cobb's on this Sunday in San Francisco, and then the weekend after I'll be in Honolulu at the Blue Note, and then November 28th, Heavy Rotation Brewing in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
So, till next time, I'm
What a
Rudy
good time,
Pavich
guys.
and Jay Moore. Say it. Mahalo.